Hey everybody, we are back with Gabriel Knight Part 6. Yeah, let's talk to Grace.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
See if she has done her research.
Do you have messages for me?
Your pal Mosely called. He left a message that they are interrogating a suspect this morning, and you might want to be there.
Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything.
Oh, okay. I remember. That was actually in the last part, wasn't it? Like at the end? Yeah, the phone book page. I remember. Let's have a look at that.
Somewhere there's a Norland's phone book missing one of its C pages.
Okay, there are 4 Casanos in Norlands. Okay, do we have a phone somewhere? Do we have a phone in our room? Let's see. Oh yes, we do have a phone. Awesome. So let's dial all 4 numbers and see if we actually find the right number. Alright. Let's do the random thing. Let's go for the one without the letter. Why not? I don't think it's gonna be that obvious, but you never know. 197. Oh, I dialed the wrong number. Who cares? Let's try that one.
Hello?
Is this the Casino resident?
Yes. What can I do for you?
Do you or does anyone in your family patronize the Dixieland drugstore?
I'm a busy man. What are you selling?
Nothing.
Good. Goodbye.
Okay, I guess that wasn't the right one. Now let's try the one without the letter. What the hell am I talking about today?
Hi, Casanau residents.
Hi. I was wondering if you could help me.
Yeah?
A woman in the Dixieland drugstore dropped her purse today, and the name Casino was inside it.
Dixieland Drugstore? Never heard of it. Sorry.
Alright, not that one. Let's try the bottom one. Oh yeah, dial. Forgot.
Casino residents, may I help you?
Hi. You've won a customer raffle at the Dixieland drugstore.
No soliciting, please.
Okay, maybe it's just doesn't matter what numbers you dial first. It's always gonna be the last one. So I think this is the one I haven't tried yet. I think. I hope.
Hello?
Hello, I'm calling from the Dixieland drugstore. We have an order for you.
Ah,
Castro, be quiet. Who is this?
I'm a friend of the owner.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
okay, but that was definitely her. And her dog's name is Castro. And look at the paper right here. It says Cajun Critters Veterinary Clinic. So let's call there and see if they know a dog named Castro.
Cajun Critters Animal Clinic. This is Melissa.
Madam Casino.
Do you have a Madame Casino as a client?
Madam Casino? Sure, I know her. She's not here right now, though.
Really? She told me she'd be there. Would you happen to have her address by any chance?
Yes, but I'm not sure I should give it out. Who are you again?
I'm worried about Castro.
I'm worried about Castro. He's missed 3 dance lessons.
Castro? Her little doggy? Oh, he's so sweet. Well, I guess if you know Castro, it's okay. Her address is 345 Dauphine.
Thanks.
Alright, now we have her address, which is pretty awesome. But I actually want to go somewhere else first. I could have pressed M. I wonder if that still works. No, it doesn't. You have to bear the animation.
I've got some things I need to do.
Good luck.
Alright, we're gonna visit the artist and see. Okay, that's that dog is cool. We're gonna. No! Wrong one. Sorry about that. We wanted to go to Jackson Square and see if the artist finished our painting. Let's have a look. Where did he go? There he is. Well, that was a pretty smooth move.
How's it going today?
What? Oh, it's only you. Man, I have been jumpy all day. That pattern of yours really freaked me out for some reason. There's just something creepy.
You finished it?
Yeah, and you're welcome to it. Here.
Wow. This is great.
Yeah, just don't, blow up the planet with it or something, okay?
I didn't mean to upset you.
Forget it. I'm probably just being stupid. Do your thing with it, and, good luck.
Alright. Let's have a look at it.
The artist's reconstruction of the Voodoo Murders pattern looks accurate to Gabriel. Something about it seems vaguely familiar and creepy. The reconstructed Veve was done for Gabriel by a technical artist.
Okay, it doesn't look familiar to me. But we'll definitely look out for this, I guess. So let's see if there's anything else here. What the hell is this? Madame Lorelei. Does she have a beard?
Madame Lorelei, is it?
What can I do for you, handsome?
How's business?
How's business?
How's business? I have no time for such dull conversation, darling.
Oh, she's got a snake. That's weird.
How about a reading?
The prices are listed on the sign.
They seem a little steep.
Well, I sometimes do my intimate friends for nothing, but I am a businesswoman.
I'm sure you are. That's a nice snake you have there.
Oh, I could say the same of you.
Well, I know where I got mine. Where'd you get yours?
That's personal.
I'd really like to know more about that snake.
Oh, sorry, sweetie, but I don't discuss Elvis with anyone.
Oh, nothing.
Well, then move aside, sweetie, but stay where I can look at you, okay?
Oh, we will definitely not do that.
Benches provide a quiet spot for resting in the park.
Yeah. Let's move around her and see. Oh, look at that. Now she's dropping the snake. What the hell is she doing?
Come on, boys, hoopla!
Okay. Oh, okay. No. I thought that was an animation, but it's not. That's good.
The booth is a colorful melange. It announces the owner as Madame Lorelei.
Thanks,
and
boys.
gives prices for palm readings, $20, crystal ball gazing, $15, and birth charts, $50. Madame Lorelei lounges at the booth, fondling her snake.
Okay. Did we miss anything? I thought we missed something. Got the chair. Looks like she dropped something, but she didn't. I want her to get up and dance again. Oh, what the hell is that?
Benches provide.
Well, that's
Madame Lorelei seems less appropriate.
okay. Maybe we can dance with her. Maybe that's what we have to do.
Come on, boys, hoopla!
Not a bad idea.
Oh, he's gonna dance.
Baby, I love the way you move.
Madame Lorelei winks knowingly at Gabriel and twitches her hips.
Yep, she wants me.
Okay. Oh, no, she dropped her thingy.
Thanks, boys.
And she doesn't even notice. It's a veil.
It's a silken veil.
Let's pick it up. See if there's anything special about it.
Gabriel examines the veil with the magnifying glass. The fortune teller's veil is studded with sequins. The sequins look a little strange. Why, it's a snake scale.
Oh my god, look at that. It's a snake scale.
Gabriel carefully.
Alright, we got it. Let's give it back to her. Let's look at the thing.
The iridescent scale is hued olive green. It doesn't seem to match the scale from Lake Pontchartrain.
Yeah, it looks different. Let's give her back her thing. Her veil. Maybe she will be a little nicer to us then.
I think this veil belongs to you.
Oh, my veil! I'm always losing those things. You have no idea. Well, darling, you're such a sweetie to return a lady's delicates, and so handsome as well.
Well,
And since you have such a clear interest in fortune-telling, let me see your hands. They look so strong. Perhaps they will make both our fortunes clear, no?
I wish something would.
Strong, yes, and yet so delicate and flexible.
You don't know the half of it.
Oh, good. I see a mysterious woman in your immediate future.
Madame Lorelei winks at Gabriel knowingly.
She is a dangerous one, dark and beautiful. Oh, I see the road of your life forking, and very soon.
The blood drains from Madame Lorelei's face in an instant. Sweat beads on her upper lip.
Are you okay?
There are forces. Oh, God. Beware. Beware.
What is it about me lately?
What the hell? What the hell happened? Did you drop anything? Anything happened? Can we go after her? She gone. Okay, we're in the cathedral. I guess. Let's have a look around here. Why not?
Flags of the world are displayed from the upper story. A promotion of universal harmony, no doubt. The chancel of St. Louis Cathedral consists of a raised dais, an altar, 2 pedestals, and a choir area. At least the cherub is an aesthetic way of asking for donations. Curtain confessionals are a subtle, old-fashioned presence on the left of the nave.
Alright, let's go inside. Which one do you go inside to? I think it's that one. I think I remember from the movies. Probably doesn't matter. I have to confess. What is that?
There's no reason to put that on.
Yeah, okay. Let's kneel. On the kneeler.
May I help you, my child?
Creepy. Let's confess.
I'd like to make a confession.
All right, if it'll make you feel better.
We confess. Yes, we have to confess our impure thoughts.
I've had impure thoughts about a woman I met.
Impure thoughts? You mean thoughts of sexual relations?
You could say that, but worse than what you mean.
Worse? You mean extreme sexual relations?
Well, not involving animals or anything.
Oh, well. Perhaps we should just leave it at that. Pray for forgiveness and say 10 rosaries. Is there anything else?
Oh, it's so easy in the Catholic Church. It's just... Pranks on Mosely. Unpaid assistant. Selfish person. Overall apology. Womanizer. Let's go for the overall apology.
I think I just need to give an overall apology to the universe.
I see. Apology noted.
Thanks, Father.
Is there anything else?
Okay, let's just go through the stuff.
I've done some pretty rotten things to my friend Mosely.
Rotten? What do you mean?
Practical jokes, insults, among other things.
I see. Are you sorry?
Well...
Pray for forgiveness and say 3 rosaries. Is there anything else?
That's what I'm gonna spend day 4 with. Just praying what are they called? Rosaries? Rosemaries?
I haven't paid my assistant for 3 months.
Have you had the money?
Nope.
Sounds like a matter for the courts, son, not the church. Is there anything else?
Some people say I'm a selfish person, Father.
We can always strive to improve ourselves. Patterns can be broken.
Yes. Thank you, Father.
Is there anything else?
I've had a lot of women, Father.
A lot? More than 10?
Yes, Father.
More than 20?
Yes, Father.
More than 40?
Yes, Father.
Son, I don't think this is a matter for a priest. I think you need a good therapist.
If we're counting therapists, then I'm up to at least, let's see, count either 1 and, this might take a while.
My son, I'm afraid my lunch break is coming on about now. Pray for forgiveness and say 20 rosaries. On second thought, when you finish the math, say that many rosaries.
Gabriel hears him leave the confessional.
I should probably add 1 more rosary for that while I'm at it. I've been a bad boy.
A meshed window provides access to the confessional from the priest's booth.
So I don't actually know what the point was now.
There is no one there to hear Gabriel's wicked confessions anymore.
Maybe it was just some kind of a joke or something. Or we could go into the priest's confessional, maybe.
I've always wondered how the other half lives.
Maybe there's something inside there. Oh, he has a little box. Look at that. What is that box for?
Inside the box, Gabriel finds a priest collar and some oil used for blessing.
Mm-hmm.
You never know when a priest's collar will come in handy.
Yeah.
That oil is for holy purposes, not the sort of thing Gabriel would want to use it for.
Guess oil is oil. Let's look at the box. Wonder what it's for.
Inside the box is some...
Okay. Some oil for the blessings. So I guess we're done here. Let's go to Jackson Square. Back to Jackson Square. I think we're done here overall. Did she return? No, she's still gone. So, let's go to the map view. And we should go to the police station. So I think Mosely said, or left a message, that they have a suspect. Oh, look at that! It's the drummer. The guy's following us. I think he's up to no good.
A drummer has decided to sit up outside the police station.
It's the same one, I'm telling you.
Hey,
The drummer looks at Gabriel but says nothing in return.
It's preparing my death ritual or something. Oh, he let us through. That is nice.
You! Give me back my badge! Now, Knight!
Sure. Thanks for letting me borrow it.
Yeah? You borrow it again, and you're history. Now, about today. Glad you made it. It'll give you a feel for how I am in action. You know, handling suspects, that sort of thing.
I'm sure it'll be invigorating. Who is this guy, anyway?
Calls himself Crash. He's been an informant for us before, mostly helping us bust small-time pimps and dealers trying to break into the territory. He's been staying invisible during these murders, but we picked him up this morning at Jackson Square pushing coke. He knows something. Call it detective's instinct.
Detective's instinct. Got it.
Interesting. Let's see what he has to say.
All right, Crash. I want to hear about these murders. Have you been present at the so-called voodoo rituals?
I don't know nothing. Alright, I told you.
Come on now. You can tell me. Do you know anyone who's been to these rituals?
Look, I can't say nothing. You gotta let me go.
Relax. No one knows you're here. The men who picked you up were in plain clothes.
Plain clothed? Like you could fool them. They know I'm here. They've got ears all over the city. They know everything.
Who are they, Crash? Are they the ones doing the murders?
Let me go.
If you're so worried about being detained, start talking. You tell me what I want to hear, and maybe I can get you into the witness protection program. But you gotta earn it.
Witness protection? Are you crazy? Oh, don't make me laugh. Oh, Jesus, just let me out of here.
Oh, come on. Who's behind these murders, Crash? Why are the victims all members of the underworld?
Oh, by now they know I'm here. It's different when I'm supposed to come here. Oh, if I can send a message. Yeah. Tell him I didn't say nothing.
Christ, he's freaking useless. Just take him back to detaining, would you, Tony? I'll tell you, times like this, I'd kill for truth serum. Damn civil rights.
Can I quote you on that?
Huh? Hell no. Damn, we can only keep him for 24 hours. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have to let him go. Sorry it wasn't more exciting. You know, for the book, I mean. Hey, maybe you could punch it up some. You know, what do they call that? Fiction. That's it.
It certainly is. I'll see what I can do.
So, he was talking about the newspaper. I totally forgot to read the newspaper. That kind of sucks. So yeah, let's talk to Mosely. Why not?
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
You just confessed, and now I'm gonna insult him again. Let's ask about the case.
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
Sure as hell ain't going well. There sure are a lot of brakes being applied in different areas of the investigation. We're getting some real info on the victims now, and they're not exactly upstanding citizens. I was hoping to get more out of Crash, but he's scared shitless. We'll have to let him go tomorrow morning.
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
You're as filled in as me.
Okay, let's insult him and then leave.
So how do you find anything in this office? It looks like a war zone in here.
Hey, I get my job done.
I think we heard these before, so I'm not going to bother with that. Can we use the map from here? Yes, we can. So where do we go now? I guess we should go and read the newspaper. Totally forgot about that.
Hey, Grace, here I am.
Oh boy, party time.
Just love the sarcasm. Let's use the newspaper. Now my favorite part of the game, where I read the newspaper.
Times dated June 20th, 1993. Gabriel scans over an uninteresting front page. Under the cultural events section, there's a notice about a lecture on African religions. The lecture is at Tulane University. Gabriel's horoscope for the day. An evil eye is upon you. Change your course before it's too late.
Lighten up.
Alright, short article. I'll read it anyway. The French Quarter with a Spanish twist. In the French Quarter, New Orleans' oldest and most famous neighborhood is most known for the raucous party atmosphere, whatever that means. I've never heard that word in my life before. Raucous party atmosphere of Mardi Gras. But the quarter is far more than a week of beads and bourbon. Founded in 1718 by Jean-Baptiste Le Moyne de Bienville, it was the original center of the city. Despite its, maybe I should not read newspapers, or I should read more newspapers in real life. Despite its name, much of the architecture is influenced by Spain after many of the more French-influenced structures were destroyed in the Great New Orleans Fire of 1788. Very interesting. I like those little history bits. That's pretty cool. So, Professor Hartridge of Tulane University is giving a lecture on African religions. We should check that out. I think that might be very interesting. Right. Tulane University.
I've got some things I need to do.
Should have pressed M. Forgot again. Okay, I guess the university is outside. Oh, look at that. That looks like a university hat. Oh,
It looks like the lecture is just starting.
Voodoo is the tribal religion of Africa, but the name Voodoo is actually a banner heading, under which resides an entire body of distinct tribal belief systems. The word voodoo may sound familiar to you. What is known in the States as voodoo is actually an amalgamation of African religious systems, voodoo, and European religions, primarily Catholicism. All of these subcults of African voodoo have certain things in common. The most important is the worship of a pantheon of spirits, instead of the single deity that the Christian and Muslim systems have. Some of these spirits are elementals, some relate to specific tasks or places, some represent important tribal leaders who have died. This spirit worship is what makes voodoo so easily adaptable. With all these spirits, it's no problem to add a few more. Say, for example, the Virgin Mary. At the height of tribal Africa, warfare was common. One tribe would conquer another, and the Loa, important in the conqueror's tribal system, would be adopted readily into the conquered tribe's Loa pantheon. In this way, many of the voodoo cults spread and mingled throughout tribal Africa, enriching the belief system and causing innumerable offshoots. The basis for the voodoo religion seems to be as old as man himself. It has much in common with many early pagan practices: animal totems, sympathetic magic, elemental spirits in the trees, the heavens, the bodies of the sick. Africa is believed by many to be the cradle of the human race. Some of the voodoo Loa may be as old as the Garden of Eden itself. We still can't explain some of the real power of these primal religions. And note, I said primal, not primitive. There are African Bokors who baffle our scientists with their supernatural powers. Now, let's discuss the elements of voodoo.
Fascinating guy.
In voodoo, the spirits are called the Loa. During a voodoo ceremony, celebrants are possessed by the Loa. This is called being ridden. The human worshipper is seen as a horse, and the Loa as the divine horseman. A person being ridden by a Loa takes on the characteristics of that spirit and becomes, in effect, merely a vessel for the more powerful entity. Some of the older original Africa Loa include Dambala, the great serpent god, Ezuli, the mistress of love, Papa Nebo, or Gedde, the lord of death, Awe, the spirit of water, Legba, spirit of the crossroads, and the cruelest and most dangerous, Ogun Badagri, the lord of destruction.
I gotta get more sleep at night.
Tribe-specific Loa can have as much or more power as the more widely worshipped Loa. For instance, a particular tribe might revere highly the Loa of an ancestor who was a legendary hunter or politician. Voodoo temples are called houndfors. Their priests, houngan or bokors, their priestesses, mamaloa. In a voodoo houndfor, there's a ritual circle marked by a center pole called a poteau meton. During ritual conclaves, initiates dance under the supervision of a bokor and a mamaloa, or head priestess. The use of totems, or animal masks and markings, was not uncommon in the original African ceremonies. Now, though, all but the oldest sects have abandoned this practice. Ritual objects used during the conclaves included the ritual gourd, or asan, the ritual knife, or kubasa,
That knife gives me the chills.
the ritual whip, or fouetcache, and the ritual coffin, or seke madule. These items are often optional, called for by the mamaloa for specific magical rituals. The mamaloa is the most powerful figure in any voodoo sect. Voodoo is a truly matriarchal system. Even the bokor knows his power is limited. The mamaloa is the supreme woman. She goes out of her house at night, sees many things, and tries to get butterflies. And at night again, she sees other things, including fireflies.
Firelight. Gabriel?
What? Can't see.
Gabriel, get in.
Can't. It's too small for me.
You must get in, Gabriel.
It's not mine. Too small.
Hide, Gabriel, hide.
No! Let me out! Help!
Young man, the lecture is over.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Alright, that was pretty interesting. It's kind of funny because a couple of weeks ago I watched American Horror Story Season 3. I think it was Season 3. Yes, it was. It's all about voodoo, and it actually, I think, takes place in New Orleans. And a lot of the stuff actually is not the same. It is the same. You have like Papa Legba, the crossroad demon, and you have Marie Laveau and stuff like that. It's not the. It's like, I think, the worst season out of the three I've seen, but it's kind of cool if you watch this Let's Play or play this game and watch the third season. So the professor knows a lot of stuff. So this is our chance to talk to him directly. Especially that thing. Probably knows a lot about that. So let's show it to him.
Can you tell me anything about this?
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Mind if I copy this?
Be my guest.
Great. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Here you go. You know, this is a fascinating veve. You must tell me all about its origin.
Actually, I was hoping you'd tell me. Can you figure out anything about it from the symbols?
Well, some. That's why I wanted a copy. I want to research the design myself.
Have you heard of the Voodoo Murders?
No. You're kidding. Really? Then the voodoo is authentic. The newspapers are wrong. Boy, are they wrong.
You think this veve is authentic?
Authentic? Mr. Knight, that's like asking if the Mona Lisa is a painting. Tell you what, I'll look into these symbols myself and see what I can learn about the sect that made this. I'll give you a call when I have more information. You are associated with the police, aren't you?
Absolutely. But I'm undercover. You can contact me at St. George's Bookshop in the quarter.
All right. Now, I'd like to get started on this, if you don't mind.
Well, I would like to ask some more questions,
Are
Professor.
you a student?
No. My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Well, you've already interrupted and slept through my lecture, Mr. Knight. I hope you have something worthwhile to do here. If you figure it out, let me know.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, 10 seconds we were like best buddies, and now you're like a dick? Okay, let's ask him all this stuff. I'm gonna mute the microphone.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
You already sat through my lecture on the subject, Mr. Knight. Perhaps next time you could stay awake and learn something.
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
I've read about them in the papers. I must admit to some interest. But according to the newspapers, the voodoo aspect is faked, so I haven't really pursued it. You know how Americans, especially Hollywood, treat voodoo. I'm sure there are many so-called practitioners out there that have no idea what they're doing or the power they're playing with.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I find it interesting to see the occasional fragment of voodoo practices in the everyday culture of New Orleans.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
The Catholic Church has always dominated in New Orleans, and its imagery, in turn, has dominated New Orleans voodoo.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
If there's more you wish to know, perhaps you should read my books.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm not a zoologist, Mr. Knight, but I know all I care to about reptiles.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It's June 23rd, the feast day of St. John the Baptist. But June 23rd has been a sacred day since the earliest times. Ancient sun worshippers used to roll a flaming wheel down a hill to celebrate the sun's descent on that day.
A burning wheel? Huh. Do you know what Capri Sancour means?
Capri Sancour? Yes, I do. It's a Haitian term, I believe. It's French, and literally translates as goat without horns.
As in a female goat?
No, as in a human sacrifice. Sacrifices in voodoo are usually of the animal variety. Chickens, bulls, goats. If the gods demand a goat without horns, it means a human being.
What was that translation for Capri Sancour again?
It's French.
What was that
It's French.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
While I find the colloquial bastardizations of voodoo somewhat interesting, from a sheerly intellectual point of view, there's not a lot of relation between people like Laveau and true voodoo practices.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
As I said in my lecture, which I assume you actually listened to, is that animal masks, totems, are used extensively in most African voodoo religions.
Do you know anything about veves?
I told you I would research it, Mr. Knight. When I have anything concrete, I'll let you know.
Tell me about Damballa.
Damballa is one of the major Rada-Loa, also known as Damballa Wedo. He is an ancient Dahomean rain god, often represented as a large boa constrictor. Damballa is the most powerful and most violent of the Rada-Loa. The Rada-Loa are typically benevolent, as opposed, say, to the Patro-Loa. He is still worshipped heavily in Haiti. And when voodoo first started in New Orleans, the early conclaves were reportedly based on the worship of the great zombie, the great serpent, Damballa.
Tell me more about Damballa.
I have extensive courses in the Loa running next semester. Perhaps you should take one of those, Mr. Knight.
Tell me about Ogun Badagri.
Ogun Badagri is one of the Patro-Loa. The Patro-Loa are much more violent than the Rada-Loa. Some people believe the Patro-Loa originated in Haiti, but I have found some evidence that the Patro-Loa were African as well, though worshipped only by a small voodoo tribe, and a very bloody one.
Tell me more about Ogun Badagri.
He is a chief nasty, Mr. Knight. He is the spirit of war and destruction.
Tell me about yourself.
All right, Mr. Knight. I'm 35, a fully tenured professor at this university, as well as a fellow at Cambridge. My doctorate was obtained at Syracuse. Yes, Syracuse. In religious studies. I'm an agnostic, but I find human belief systems fascinating. I specialize in African religions because I grew up there. My father was a Protestant missionary. And I am heterosexual, when I practice sex at all, which isn't very often. Any other questions?
No.
Fine.
I'd really like to know more about you.
There have been several articles written about me, Mr. Knight, as well as blurbs on my book jackets. If you want a biography, read.
Your lecture was terrific.
Oh, you think so? You were snoring so loud I didn't think you'd heard it.
You must travel a lot.
Yes, to Africa mainly.
I'm very interested in voodoo myself right now.
How nice for you.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
It's very rare. Most voodoo practices do not include human sacrifice as a matter of record, but it is theoretically possible, if that's what the gods demand. For example, one of the chants I had translated for me from a Haitian ritual went like this. Mistress Ezuli, come and aid us. If a cock is demanded, we will give it. If a bull will suffice, behold it. But if a goat without horns is required for sacrifice, oh, where will we find one? Ezuli is the gentlest of Loire, so they call on her for mercy. But I have seen grown and powerful Houngan tremble before a possession by one of the more violent Loire, such as Papa Nebo. Clearly, they are afraid that something of the sort will be ordered, or that Loire will simply take it for themselves.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
I wouldn't dwell on it. Most voodoo sects probably haven't seen a human sacrifice for several generations.
Alright, we're done here. Oh no, let's show them the pictures. I totally forgot about that.
Is there anything you can tell me about the voodoo aspects of this photograph?
This is a serious voodoo ritual. Nasty stuff.
In what way?
Let's see. I can't make out much detail from this photograph, except for the corpse, of course, but the wound, the face, and what little I can see of the ritual paraphernalia, it reminds me of certain black voodoo practices. Very rare. I've never witnessed them myself, you understand.
Really? Interesting. Thanks.
Alright, now I think we are done here, and we are... That was actually pretty interesting what he had to say. Cleared up a lot of the unknown stuff, or the mysteries. Let's go to the Casanova residence. I was gonna say, it looks like, I don't know if you guys played... What is that? Is it Broken Sword? Is it called Broken Sword? I think it is. Broken Sword 1. You're like in France at some point. And this actually looks like as if it were in that game, like in France. I guess it's called the French Quarter, but hey, okay. So what we have to do now is we have to get in somehow. So we're gonna combine stuff, however you do that. Oh, okay, there we go. So we put the priest collar on the black shirt, and then we have to use the hair gel.
The label on the hair gel jar talks about mysterious Hawaiian roots and ancient Oriental secrets. The copy is almost as believable as Gabriel's novels.
So maybe we have to use it? Oh, I hate this menu. Let's put it on.
Gabriel is carrying a black shirt and priest collar, which, surprise, surprise, does not belong to him.
Okay, that can't be enough. Maybe... I mean, we have to, like, use it on ourselves. Oh, that's how it works.
This disguise is almost ready. I hate to say it, but I need to style my hair to be more... respectable.
Okay, so we're gonna use the hair gel first.
I don't think hair gel alone is going to convince her I'm the respectable type.
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, maybe we have to... combine these two, but how do you do that? Oh, I like that. Alright, so that's our disguise. I get it. Gabriel put on a disguise.
Alright, but this is private.
Oh my god. What does he look like? Those pants.
Yes? Who is it?
I am Father McLaughlin.
It's Father McLaughlin to see you.
Father McLaughlin, you say? You must be new in the parish. I'm so pleased to meet you, Father. Do come in.
Thank you, my child.
Nice accents.
Please be seated, Father.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
Okay, I think we're gonna need the clay soon because we have to make a copy of something, I think. But let's talk to her. No,
Nice
not
doggy.
Castro.
Good Castro.
Yeah, let's look at the stuff first.
The tea service has been polished recently. Madame uses it with her Creole sisters, perhaps. The sofa is velvet, and it is wearing nearly as much of Madame Casano's face powder as Madame is herself. The painting behind the couch is a Madonna and Child.
Chair.
It's a painting of a pretty young lady in old-fashioned clothes.
Okay, let's go to the jewelry box.
There's an old-fashioned jewelry box on the coffee table.
Can we open it?
Father McLaughlin would never steal from one of his flock.
No, I don't want to talk to Castro. Dumb dog.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions, my child?
Of course not, mon père.
Alright, it's time for me to mute the microphone and go through the options.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
People think I'm just a foolish old woman, but I know the things they do. My family's been in New Orleans since 1750, so I know more than most. Voodoo people are all over the city, in the shops, everywhere. They'll curse you like that, and most people don't even notice. Spit on your bread at the bakery. Take strands of your hair at the store when you try on clothes. Oh, you have to be so careful. But I know their ways, so I can protect myself. I know how to use the magic too, and I can counteract their evil spells.
Tell me more about voodoo in New Orleans.
It's just plain evil. It's dangerous to even discuss it.
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
Voodoo murders? Ha! They are nothing new to me, Father. They happen all the time. I hardly go out anymore. It's too dangerous in the streets. They can get you anywhere, you know. Even here, in this room. But I try not to let them know about me. That's the best way.
What else do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
Shh! They'll hear you.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
The only true New Orleans are of French origin, you know. My family were among the original settlers of New Orleans. They came here from France. The Creole society used to be so gay in New Orleans. Now it barely hangs on by its fingernails.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes. They're evil creatures. Did you know that evil people can send them into your dreams? They can. That's why I never sleep.
Right, thanks. Do you know anything else about snakes?
It would be bad luck to talk about that anymore.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
Oh, St. John's Eve, mais oui. I used to love the St. John's Eve Mass at St. Louis Cathedral. Of course, it is also a night of great wickedness, worse than All Hallows Eve. They will corrupt anything, Father.
They? They who?
Oh, you know.
What else can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I don't think I should say any more about that.
Do you have any idea what caprice encore means?
Maybe. I know. I bet you do not know, Father, n'est-ce pas?
Of course I know what it means. Do you?
I wasn't born yesterday, Father. I won't tell you what it means if you don't already know.
About
Oui.
It means goat without horns.
Father, you surprised me. You do know what it means. You know what they mean by goat without horns, don't you? A human being. That's right. Slit your throat, cut out your heart. Pure evil murder.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Oh, her. I could tell you about her. Voodoo Queen? Ah! My great-grandmother was an acolyte of Marie Laveau. She knows the truth about her.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
No, I won't say anything more. Not to you, Father. I'm sure you mean well, but you are an outsider.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
She was only a front for the real evildoers, Father. And that's the truth about Marie Laveau.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
No, Father. I don't know anything about that.
Do you know anything about Veves?
No, Father. I don't know anything about that.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Oh, yes, Father. It is the wickedest kind. The kind they practice here in New Orleans.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
No, Father. I don't know anything about that.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
No, Father. I don't know anything about that.
Do you know anything about human sacrifice here in New Orleans?
Well, my great-grandmother could tell stories. She saw it. People say that sort of thing wasn't done in New Orleans, but the real voodoo queens did it. Oh, yes.
Can you tell me anything else about human sacrifice?
What is to tell? They cut your heart out.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? I am Creole. My family has been in New Orleans for over 200 years. Real New Orleanians are French, you see. These days, the city is overrun with people with no heritage at all. No offense, Father, but it's true. But the French, naturellement, will always be the true blood of New Orleans.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, Father, I don't know what else to say.
It's so nice of you to invite me in.
But no, mon père. I am always happy to see one of the good fathers.
Do you find the weather to your liking?
It's terribly humid. I only go out in the morning and the evening.
What a delightful little dog you have.
Ah, yes, Castro is my boon companion.
Aren't you a member of the Creole Grand Arms?
Why, yes. We do much charitable work in the community, you know.
Have you been attending Mass regularly, my child?
Oh, yes, Father. I attend Mass every morning. Many don't these days, you know.
You're dedicated, madam. Who are the real voodoo queens?
Well, my great-grandmother told me that Laveau was just a front, a flamboyant decoy. She distracted authorities from the real voodoo queen of New Orleans. It's been the same one for almost 200 years. She's head of a secret voodoo enfant. That's what they call their temples, you know. It's so secret, most of the voodoo people in the city don't even know about it. The real voodoo queen controlled Laveau, gave her a little bit of power, and used her like a puppet.
Tell me more about this secret voodoo hound for.
Well, I've never seen it. I wouldn't go near it if you paid me. But it's here in New Orleans, I guarantee it. I hear their drums at night, oh yes. That's why I'm so ill, I tell you, those drums. But we shouldn't talk about it. They'll hear us. It's the devil's work that happens there, I can tell you. I'll show you something secret. You mustn't tell anyone, Father.
I swear on my collar.
Here it is, mon père. A true true object of evil if ever there was one.
It radiates something, all right.
It belonged to my great-grandmother. She told my mother that it was a token to gain entrance to the real voodoo ceremonies.
You don't say.
To tell you the truth, I've always felt nervous about having it in the house. You know, evil influence and all.
I can see how you would, yes.
And yet, I could never part with it. It's been in the family for generations. Would you bless it for me, Father? I feel strange asking such a thing of you, but surely you understand.
Bless this bracelet of a snake. Even though its vibes aren't great, let it do nobody harm when they wear it on their arm. Voodoo spirits, go away. Don't come back another day. And now let us pray.
Well, that was a pretty awesome blessing, if you ask me. So, we have the snake bracelet. Let's use the clay on it.
Gabriel has a thought about the clay.
Bless, oh bless this circlet of silver. Take the curse, oh take it, Wilbur.
A lovely blessing, mon père.
Yes, I think it made a lasting impression. Here you go.
I feel so much better now.
Yeah, we are done here. I actually really like this fake Scottish Irish accent, whatever it is. So we're leaving here, and we're gonna make a short trip to the graveyard. I think we finished talking to him. I don't think he has anything new.
I'm sorry to bother you.
You got something to say, son?
Well, he does. Should we ask him about all this stuff? Yeah, it's not that much.
Do you know anything about a secret voodoo hound fall?
I don't know nothing.
Okay, he doesn't know anything about that.
Do you know anything about
black voodoo? I seen lots of voodoo markings in this cemetery. I've seen graves dug up and stuff you don't want to know about stolen. But voodoo? Black voodoo? Sounds like a devil of a distinction, if you ask me.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
I don't know what you...
Alright. He doesn't have anything new. Let's go to the Gedde tomb again. Look who's there. It's Miss Gedde.
Malia?
Mr. Knight, what are you doing here?
My family's tomb is here.
Mine too.
Unnoticed. Subtle.
Well, Mr. Knight, if there's nothing else...
Don't go. I need to talk to you.
Whatever for?
I can't stop thinking about you. I've been in your thoughts too. I can see it in your eyes.
Mr. Knight, you don't know anything about me. I'm not in a position to get involved.
I've said that a million times myself, but this is different. I think we both know we can't fight it. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this.
I have so many obligations. My family is very traditional. You wouldn't understand.
Hey, I love tradition. I've seen Fiddler on the Roof 100 times.
This isn't a musical, Mr. Knight. We live in different worlds.
Look, I know you got more money than God. Do you think I care? Do you think that's why I'm saying this?
No, I don't.
Why don't you come see my world? I've got a little bookshop, St. George's on Bourbon.
I know.
See, I knew it. You're crazy about me too. Come by tonight, please. My world isn't so bad.
I'm sorry, but there's no place for someone like you in my life. Not now, not ever.
Damn it.
Oh wow, that was pretty heartbreaking. But she seemed kind of interested. So maybe something will work there. Okay. I think we're done for the day.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Thanks, narrator. Wouldn't have said that myself. Oh my god.
Excuse me. I'm going inside.
Oh, I'm afraid St. George's is closed for the day.
I'm not a customer. I'm here to see the owner.
Why don't you just leave your name and number with me, and I'll tell him you stopped by.
Listen, if Gabriel is here, he'll want to see me. Is he? Here?
I really couldn't say for certain, but in the morning...
Gracie, say goodnight. You came. I didn't think you would.
I didn't think I would either.
Your eyes. I could show you around a little. It's not much, but...
Please don't. I couldn't focus on much of anything right now.
Yeah, I know. God, what is it about you?
Just shut up and kiss me.
You're not speaking to me this morning?
Don't be silly. I just have nothing to say.
Have it your way. Have you noticed this guy outside the shop?
Yeah, he gives me the creeps. I wish he'd go away.
Alright, so that was it. That was the part. Gabriel got what he wanted in the end. That's pretty cool, actually. So I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye.